Out on a dog walk. Thought I would talk into the camera because I'm sick of talking to myself. Another stressful week in the world of being a mother of autistic children. Well, autistic son, shall I say, sorry. Just the days are long. It's hard. It's really hard. It's hard when you've got a 4-year-old. Little boy's going to be 4 on the 31st of July. Sorry, give me a chance, guys. I'm not all there. So on the 31st of July he will be 4, and yet we still have no words. Still never heard the word mummy. I think that's enough to send anyone into some sort of crazy depression. But we're going to keep going. We're going to keep trying PECs, which he hates. He hates it. It just doesn't work. That we're going to keep trying. I just always feel like it's going to happen. It's going to come. The words are going to come. And to, I think, parents with normal children, that, I hate that word, but I can't even remember the proper word. But for people with children that don't have autism and, do the normal children things, I feel like they're like, my kids do my head and they never shut up. I don't think they realise sometimes that it's hard to hear that when all you want is your kid to talk. Like, I'm happy to talk about like trains or cars or Barbies, anything you want to talk about. Like, let's just talk about anything. But all we get is sounds, and it's hard. It is hard. It's very, very depressing, and it makes you feel like a rubbish parent. You feel like, am I doing enough? Did I let him watch too much TV as a kid, or did I not speak to him enough? Did I not explain everything enough? And I think I could go on for days just thinking of things over and over in my head, of all the things that I probably could have done different. And sometimes it does. I go alone and I just cry and cry and cry. And then you have a second child, and everybody knows the risk of having a second child is autism. It can happen again. With my little girl, I thought, nah, she's fine. Do you know what I mean? She's doing all the social things. She loves people, loves kids. But then again, she was 2 in April, and yet we've now got a speech delay happening. With my little girl, we've had words. We've had the odd word. She refers to herself as me. She understands pretty much everything I say, which is amazing, because my little boy understands nothing I say. I think it goes in one ear and out the other, to be fair. But my little girl, she understands. She does understand what we say. Majority of stuff anyway. Sometimes thinks she ignores us. She turns to her name majority of the time. She loves other children. Very, very social. Loves to play blocks, babies, the normal play stuff. But yet, still waiting for that word, mummy. Still waiting for it, guys. Not happening as of yet. But, we're hoping. We're hoping for it. You got to be positive. I kind of thought if I started making these videos that Harley, sorry, I was on my dog walk. Harley, if I started making these videos, that it would somehow help me, because their dad he's great, but he's also stressed and he probably doesn't know what to say. And I think the last thing he wants is me crying to him. I haven't heard mummy, he hasn't heard daddy either, so. It's also not fair on him that he hasn't heard that. Harley! Sorry, he's only a puppy, so the recall's not too good. But, I just don't know who to talk to. Sometimes I feel like I'm alone. I feel like other parents, again, with children that don't have... Harley! No. That don't have autism, probably look at me sometimes and think, Harley, come on. Probably look at me sometimes and think, did she lock her kids in a cage? Or, Harley, did she lock them in a cage and not speak to them for their whole life? Or did she never read to them? Bearing in mind, I read to my little boy every night until he was about 2, when he lost interest. Did she not read to him? Did she not do flashcards with him? Did she just put him in front of the telly all the time? And you think, yeah, well, he did like telly. I don't think that's what done it. Harley! You forever get judged by so many different people, that I think that also plays a massive part on the stress that you feel. And I can't help but feel stressed, and I don't know who else to speak to. Harley! There's another dog over the field, so at the moment we've got a little bit of a greeting going on. Harley, come on, Harley! Good boy, Harley. Yeah, as I was saying, I think other parents, they don't always help. You know, you get the friends that say, it'll happen, and when it does, you want them to shut up. Well, I don't think I will. I think I'm going to speak to him for weeks, every day, just about everything, about what he likes and what he wants to do. And, you know, I'm happy to join him in his own little world, but how do I get in there? How do I speak to him? Harley! Not the best time to do a video, sorry. The field we're on's just started to get a bit busy and he just wants to say hello to everyone. Just lost. I don't know how to talk to anymore. I feel like I haven't really got anyone to speak to. You know, my mum's great. She's a massive support, but she's never had an autistic child and never been through what I've been through. Harley, come on. Never been through what I've been through, and I feel like sometimes she even says to me, you know, are you doing this? Have you done this? And I think, come on. Of course I have, you know. I don't need you doubting me as well, you know. You need to get the looks at the preschool, and you know, they just look at you, you get a bruise, and they're like, you know, they question it, and that makes you feel bad. You think, would you think I'm now beating him? You know, I wouldn't harm a hair on his head. Like, I could love him more than I've loved anything in this whole world. Same with my little girl. I love her more than anything in this world. I just want to hear Mummy. And the day I hear it, guys, the day I hear it, honestly, I do not know what I am going to do, whether I'm going to throw a party or what. But do you know what? I am alone. That is the truth. You know, their dad's there, but I'm alone. I'm alone Monday through till Friday, from the time they wake up until 5 o'clock, and it is hard. It is hard. The morning routine is hard. Trying to fit in Pecs is hard. Trying to understand what he wants is hard. And do you know what? If I don't start talking about my day-to-day stuff, I will slowly go insane. I will go insane, because I just need to get it off my chest, because I need to be on top form for them little kids, and I need to be doing what I need to do, and to continue what I'm doing I have to speak to someone. And I don't think I'm in the state where I need to be talking to a professional about it. You know, I just need to speak to myself. But you know, it kind of got to the point where I was walking the dog every night, and I was walking around talking to myself, and I thought, you know what, I bet there's other parents out there like me that have got no one to talk to, and no one understands, and they get looked at the same looks I get, and the same annoying questions that you get, like, are you doing enough? Like, seriously, come on, you know, and I don't mean this, no offence to anyone who's had, you know, an ex-drug habit or anything like that, but there's people out there with children that have took crack through their whole pregnancy, and like I said, no offence to anyone, you know, everyone's got their own tragic lives, and their kids are fine. They didn't speak to them. They didn't, you know, they chucked them in front of the telly. They didn't do what I'm doing. They didn't do Pecs. They didn't cuddle their kids. They didn't read them stories every single night. And that kid's talking. That kid's running around at play school, and not a preschool teacher batters an eye. You know what I mean? But I'm doing everything, but yet still, the looks, so it's how common it is nowadays, still can't shake them looks. You can't shake them comments. You can't shake do you know what? I think that is probably my main issue. I can wait for Mummy, because you know what, it ain't them two little kids' fault. It ain't their fault. But it's everybody else in this world. Everybody. No one understands. And I want everyone out there, whoever sees this video, Harley, whoever sees this video, I want you all to know that I know how you feel. And I promise, if I ever see any of you in the street and your kid is having a tantrum or a meltdown, or your kid is not talking, I will never ever look at you and think that you do not care. Because you know what, we probably care more than any other parent, because we have to care more. We have to, because we have no choice but to give them more, because they require more. So next time you see someone and you want to judge, Harley, the next time you see someone and you want to judge, just think, yeah, you don't know what that person's going through, and you don't know how hard that person's life is. I hope this helps someone, because it certainly helped me.